When you watch top-tier chess, it's incredibly easy to get distracted by the fireworks right out of the gate.
Oh, yeah, the aggressive openings, the wild early sacrifices. It's like watching a sprint.
Exactly. But today for our deep dive, we're looking at a 47-move marathon featuring Grandmaster Ju Wenjun as white.
Right, and it's one of those games where the pressure builds so slowly, you basically barely realize you're suffocating until it's just too late.
Okay, let's unpack this. Because we are breaking down how a standard Nimzo-Indian defense transforms into just an absolute masterclass in endgame technique.
Yeah, the Nimzo-Indian is, usually just a solid, flexible opening meant to control the center.
Right. But this game proves that the slow, methodical endgame grind is just as vital as those flashy starts. To really appreciate this mind-bending final sequence, we have to look at how the board gets systematically stripped down.
Well, yeah, and it actually starts off very peacefully. I mean, both kings are safely tucked away by move 8.
But then, move 12,
Yeah.
white decides to push their pawn to d5.
Yeah, the pawn break. They essentially use that pawn as a battering ram to just shatter the tension in the center.
And it triggers total chaos, right?
Oh, absolutely. Pawn swap, knights trade off, the dark squared bishops are wiped out entirely.
Yeah, and by move 22, the queens are gone. So we're left with this incredibly tense endgame featuring rooks and minor pieces. And black navigates this with a 96.9% accuracy rate.
Which is just staggering.
It is. But wait, help me out here. In a simplified board state, shouldn't accuracy be, I don't know, a bit easier? Like there are fewer pieces to worry about.
You'd think so, but it's actually the exact opposite.
Oh, really?
Yeah. In a complex mid-game, you can sometimes hide a slight inaccuracy behind tactical tricks or, a sudden attack.
Right, there's a lot of noise on the board to hide behind.
Exactly. But in a stripped-down technical endgame, there is nowhere to hide. Every single tempo, every single square matters.
I see.
So that 96.9% is practically machine-level precision, and black uses it to slowly strangle white's position on the king's side.
You really feel that claustrophobia by move 30. Black's king methodically marches up to f7, building this suffocating web with the h5 and g5 pawns.
Yeah, it's a complete lockdown.
And meanwhile, white has this knight that is completely useless. It's looking for an outpost, a secure square where it can actually exert influence. But that square just doesn't exist.
It's totally stranded.
It's like having a sports car stuck in bumper-to-bumper traffic.
Yeah.
The engine has power, but there's absolutely nowhere to use it.
I love that analogy. And, you can't maintain that kind of suffocating pressure forever. Eventually, something has to snap.
Right.
The tension breaks in a way that is mathematically ruthless.
Which brings us to move 39. White's king is on d3, desperately trying to hold the fort, and black drops the hammer. Rook takes f4.
A pure rook for bishop sacrifice.
Here's where it gets really interesting to me. Is sacrificing a rook here an act of extreme bravery? Or is it just an algorithmic certainty?
It's the latter. It is pure cold math. Oh, yeah. To pull the trigger on a sacrifice like that, black had to calculate 10 to 15 moves deep.
Wow.
Here is why it works. That bishop on f4 was the linchpin holding white's defense together. So, by giving up the rook to eliminate that specific bishop, black forces white's king to recapture.
Which immediately transforms the game into a pure king and pawn endgame.
Precisely. And because black's king is already so far advanced on the king's side, the math dictates that black will just gobble up white's remaining pawns.
And promote a new queen long before white can mount a counterattack.
Exactly. It's a guaranteed win once that transition happens.
So it's not bravery at all.
Yeah.
White's king tries to run to the queen's side to find some sort of counterplay, but it's just completely hopeless.
Yeah, it becomes a forced march.
Right. The sequence finally ends on move 47 when black's king takes the pawn on f2. The path for promotion is completely clear, and white resigns. 0-1.
Witnessing that level of machine-like precision, where a human calculates a forced 15-move transition to guarantee a win, it completely changes how you appreciate the game.
It really does. Especially when you see the pros do this live under intense time pressure.
Well, the time pressure makes it so much more intense.
Which perfectly sets the stage for you listening. The upcoming Women's Speed Chess Championship 2026 is happening on July 27th.
Yes, and it is a massive doubleheader.
So good.
The quarterfinal features Hao Yifan taking on Anna Muzychuk, and that kicks off at 5:30 p.m. GMT plus 5.3.
And right after that, the semifinal starts at 8:00 p.m. GMT plus 5.30, with Alice Lee facing Anastasia Avramadou.
It is going to be an incredible lineup to watch.
Definitely. So we'll leave you with this final thought to mull over.
Yeah, think about this.
If human players are now converting deeply complex endgames with near 97% accuracy, and they're confidently calculating 15-move forced transitions, are we witnessing the death of human intuition in chess, or simply its ultimate evolution?